Oh, I feel like this would be much easier on a horse. Contrary to what you might think, you can't just go take a horse and take it out on a trail. They're actually very cautious animals that don't like to be in unfamiliar situations. So what they need is a little creative training to get them a bit more comfortable.
People have been using horses to get around for centuries, so one would think that they'd already be tamed.
Good boy.
Well,
Good boy.
that's not exactly the case.
Good boy.
I think they're cautious. I wouldn't say skittish, I wouldn't say malicious or aggressive or anything like that. I just think that they're cautious, and just like people, they react different ways to different things. Sometimes it's a camera tripod, or sometimes it's taking the helmet off your head or your jacket off your back while you're sitting on them. You never ever know.
And that is exactly what this place is for. It's called Twisted Terrain Horse Park. It's the first of its kind in the country, and it provides a place where horse and rider can get familiar with all sorts of scenarios.
It's a Disneyland for horses. I think the people are included there. Twisted Terrain is a area that has unique obstacles and elements in it for the intention of providing horsemanship development. And as I tell the folks, really the obstacles and elements are benchmarks for our successes or weaknesses in working with our horses.
See, if your horse has only been going across a grass field its entire life, it's not exactly ready for the backcountry trails. And so Hope resident Lori Thompson decided to build a very comprehensive park with the types of obstacles found out there.
Well, we have 2.5 acres, and within those 2.5 acres, there's man-made obstacles, which I refer to as sort of the wooden obstacles, the balance beams, the teeter-totters, suspension bridges, that sort of thing. And then there's an abundance of naturally placed obstacles. One of the goals when we built the park was to make it as authentically outdoorsy as possible.
I think it's very important. I think it's a good, between the arena, the sand arena that you start doing your lessons and you start practicing and playing, I think it's a huge intermediate before you go out on the trails where you're 15, 20K out with no cell service. You want to know your horse before you get into those situations.
What they love to do is they can actually balance this thing.
So, with that in mind, it was natural that I would get on the back of an unfamiliar horse and try the teeter-totter out myself.
Just balancing.
Oh, yes.
I get so excited when I see success that I have to remind myself that success is gained with horses one step at a time. So if you go inch by inch, it's a cinch. You go any faster and it could be a disaster. Very graceful.
It's not easy training a horse, but Twisted Terrain makes the process easier, allowing local horses and riders to come to one place and try everything out. In Hope, I'm Jonathan Horst for Go on Shaw TV.
Oh boy. Oh no. Do you see how big that is? All right. Where do I begin? Oh gosh. Even though I'm stuck in this corn maze, we're out of time. The show is done. We have to leave, and I can't leave. Hopefully I'm not still stuck here next week. Maybe Google Maps will work. Oh my God, no service. I can't even call Jonathan. Well, in the meantime, log on to Facebook and Twitter and see if I even made it out alive. Do I have corn to survive on? Frankie, quiet on set. Frankie!